Lots of buttons.
All right, guys, welcome to our call this evening. This is Susan and Murray Miller here with you. And we are, hold on one second. There we go. And we're here to share with you a financial opportunity with Isagenix. And myself and my husband and Herb and Patty Cepeda will be sharing with you what it is that we saw with this opportunity and why we are pursuing from a financial standpoint. And so I actually want to introduce my husband. My husband and I have been together for 30 plus years, married 30 years, together about 36, right? And we have actually been entrepreneurs together. We've started multiple different businesses together, and this is by far our favorite financial opportunity to be involved in, something that we can do together, and we can do it alongside other things that we perfectly do. And so, you know, it's a pretty exciting thing that you can build something with your spouse. And the whole goal of this evening is to show you about a financial opportunity. As you can see here, it's called the Freedom Plan, and we speak into residual income. But the reality is that if you can build something once and get paid for the rest of your life, how exciting could that be? And you guys, I'm going to turn it over to my husband for a minute because he is a financial advisor, and he truly does know how to explain the difference between traditional business and residual income businesses, that you can build something and you can do it right alongside what you currently do. And so, Murray, if you don't mind going ahead and sharing, you know, some of your wisdom here.
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for being on tonight's call. For those of you that are brand new to this, we're going to try to give you a really good overview of the business and how it works. And I'm also going to try to just compare the Isagenix business opportunity with traditional business. As Susan mentioned, we're entrepreneurs. I currently am involved in a handful of traditional businesses. By far, this is my favorite business, as Susan said, and you're going to understand why in just a few minutes. But when we talk about accumulating wealth and how the wealthy did it, and there's just 1% of our population is actually considered wealthy, that have enough money that it doesn't matter what they do on a day-to-day basis, they still will have their wealth year in and year out. So let's concentrate just a little bit on how that 1% actually did accumulate wealth. All right, where's the slide clicker? Here we go. Here. All right. So 10% CEOs, presidents of large companies, 10% athletes and entertainers, 10% get it the old-fashioned way from their parents or grandparents, 5% are super salespeople, but the vast majority of people that have created wealth did it through owning their own business. So if you're not a super athlete or an entertainer or have some kind of special talent or a CEO or president of a large company, and you don't have wealthy parents or grandparents, and you're not a super salesperson, your only option is to own your own business. So let's talk about what happens when you own your own business. First of all, many businesses have huge barriers of entry in the form of capital, or it may be in the form of what it is that what it is that you have as far as a skill set, working capital, rent, legal, inventory, advertising, marketing. 4 out of 5 businesses fail in the first 5 years. Only 1 in 100 make it past 10 years. So even though we all crack the code, knowing that 65% of the wealth that's created in this country is done by those people that actually own their own business, the truth of the matter is you can't just take for granted owning a business is going to help make you wealthy. The next thing that I'd like to talk about is if you did choose this path, what happens? Well, at age 65, out of 100 people, 49 are still dependent on family and charity. 29 are actually already gone, checked out. 12 will be broke. 5 will still be working. 4 will be financially independent. And only 1 out of 100 people actually are going to be wealthy. One of the 5 solutions that we're going to talk about tonight is wealth creation. And as a financial advisor and having dealt with literally hundreds and hundreds of clients and dozens of brokers that I've gone through, trained in this whole area of financial planning, I know that most people are struggling to make ends meet. Most people don't have enough money to retire in comfort in their current situation. So out of every 100 people at retirement age, that's what actually happens. Let's talk about what we would consider the perfect business. A perfect business to me would be a business that has no overhead, no legal, no accounting, in a rapidly expanding industry, something that's not flat or in a decline. something that can create a time leverage. As J. Paul Getty likes to say, I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Corporate leadership and vision would be extremely important. Exponential growth, you want to see double-digit growth year after year. You don't want to be in something that's slowing down. Something that is actually creating a worldwide expansion, not just in your own backyard, not in your own geography, but you could actually create an income outside of that area that has very lucrative compensation. And most importantly, the key here is to be able to build a residual income. And let's talk a little bit about residual income and how that works. Our vision at Isagenix and our mission statement is to impact world health and to free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. When you think about the largest health and wellness company in the world, you think of companies that we'd have to rival, like a Johnson & Johnson, for example, that's currently at about $80 billion in sales worldwide. Let's talk about that. And as we get a little just deeper into this in the next few minutes, you're going to see where Isagenix is today, what they've done in the 15 years that they've been here, and where they're going. So with that, let's talk about the industry statistics, where we stand, and how big these categories are that we're in. And we're leading this industry in many of these categories. Weight loss is a $16 billion industry worldwide. Energy, $120 billion. Performance, $30 billion. Healthy aging, $90 billion. The purpose of this slide is just to let you know this industry is huge, and it's growing year in and year out. And we've got literally thousands and thousands and thousands of physical transformations in every one of these categories. So we have a product that works. We have a product that's emotional. We have a product that you see results. I know you love to talk about Helen.
I do. So guys, this is where I want to talk about for a minute, because this happens to be one of our people. We're so thrilled with this. She just recently won our 2017 IsaBody Challenge. And what this is about is our company puts an entire program together that helps support the consumer being able to get the results. Because let's be clear, without the product, there is no financial opportunity. And even though today's call is to gear towards understanding the residual model of network marketing compared to traditional business, we can't go without talking about how amazing these products are. And look at the transformation that Helen was able to have. This is not something that is normal, guys, okay? This is not something you're going to see in every single person out there. I myself, to be honest with you, for me, it wasn't necessarily weight loss that I was looking for immediately, even though I probably needed it. It wasn't what I was craving. My body was craving energy, but the weight loss came even though when I put these products in my body, it simply changed the way my body assimilated the nutrition within it. And so what we have here is a system that is completely, we are the #1 deep cellular nutritional cleansing program in the world. We are not another Me Too company.
It's very unique.
We are not another shake company or a pill company. What we are is about making a difference in our body. And the body is the miracle here. These are 70 plus plant-based minerals just in our one core product, Cleanse for Life. The next one being Ionic Supreme, 170 plant-based minerals in this product that helps build the immune system. This is the product that gives me the energy that my body craves. And one of those categories being healthy aging, let me tell you right now, it's not even healthy aging, it's healthy living. Guys, healthy living is about the fact that I now have both my children, 17 and 24, understand nutrition way better than I did growing up. My 17-year-old lives on these products. He basically eats me out of house and home, but he is in the best health I've ever seen of any of my children. And for me, any of my children, my poor daughter, I always have to apologize.
She's in pretty good shape too.
She is. But the problem is that I didn't learn about this until she was 18. So she did grow up with a lot of ear infections. She had a lot of health challenges. And the truth is, I'm not saying that these products are curing anything. We would never do that. I still have health challenges. What happens is nutrition is the baseline of all your health. Our health in general, if we can get quality nutrition in our body, which is just not readily available to us anymore, it makes a difference. And so for me, it was energy. But for a lot of other people, it might be performance. And we happen to have a really good friend of ours.
Yeah, I don't know if Joe's on this call tonight or not, on the Zoom call, but Joe Ames is a very close friend of mine, of ours, and he won CrossFit World Games in 2015 in his category, and I know that he is very excited about sharing this information with a lot of people now because it made a difference for him. And he knows what good nutrition is all about and how that changes the game. It really does change the game. Nutrition is 80% of the battle, and the rest is done in the gym. So another thing that let's get back to business, if you just take for granted for just a minute that the products work, the products are backed by nutrition and science and dietitians and food scientists, biochemists. I mean, we have 50 full-time scientists that work for this company right now. They're not outsourced. They're working for the company. 6 of them have PhDs. It's more than 200 years of experience. And these guys, what they're doing is they're gearing up. They're gearing up for what's about to take place with the sales with this company. And we're going to talk a little bit about, what has taken place with that. But in the meantime, I just want you to know the backing behind this. And as Susan mentioned, not having Me Too products meaning copycat products that everyone else has, because of this man, because of John Anderson and his idea that Isagenix stands behind no compromise products. Most nutritional products, most products on the market, they have artificial fillers and sugars and things that make them look good and taste good and smell good, but they're not necessarily good for you. Isagenix took another path, and that put them in a category by themselves. And you can look this up because we have study after study now, clinical studies that have been done, funded by Isagenix. They didn't have to do these things because of all the result-oriented products that we have and the results people get. But they did it for efficacy, for us in the field, because they're gearing up for what is about to take place, and that is nothing short of exponential growth. So let's talk about Isagenix and being the right company. You want me to take this, or do you want to go through this a little bit?
I'll let you just finish up with this because you're.
Yeah, let me finish with this and say that there's a lot of companies out there, and we've taken people to this home office, this brand new center that we have in Arizona, and they look at it and they say, how old is this company? Right. Because most companies that have this type of operation are 50 years old. As a matter of fact, out of the 10 companies in our category that have all done $1 billion in sales on a worldwide basis, 9 of them are probably, the majority of them, let me put it that way, are over 40 years old. Some of them are in their 30s. Isagenix is one of those companies. We're 15 years old, and we're about to go through exponential growth and rival those giant companies that are out there. So with that, let me push it back over to you, Sue.
Oh, let's go back one more. So just for a second, guys, we're bringing on Herb and Patty in a little bit, and these guys have had such success in this company and within this industry. And my husband and I, we were introduced to this industry when we were back in our 20s. And at the time, it was considered multi-level marketing. And guys, there's a significant difference, and I'll speak into that in a second, between what was and what is. But these are the things that we know that need to be true. In order to be with the right company, it has to be the right time, at the right place. But you have to have these characteristics of this company. You have to have a perfect 10 in every single category if you want to be one of the best companies in the market. And that is in the company, the product, the trends and timing, the comp plan, and the support that you get, not only from the company, but from the field. These things have to all be in place in order for you to have success. And we've got this right. The owners of our company have network marketing experience for over 30 plus years. And from the field and from the corporate side, they've had such success in this industry, and they actually understand this industry. So many times you get people get involved in these kind of companies, and they really get involved in them because they're cash cows, meaning there's a way that you can sell products and you can create a lot of money, right? But at the end of the day, you have to be able to scale it, and you have to be able to duplicate it, and you have to be able to take it worldwide if you want to become one of the multi-billion-dollar companies in the world. And then you have to have a product that's emotional and consumable and has a result attached to it. And we have that. And we've spent the first 15 years of this company building our product and the efficacy of Murray. He was talking about the efficacy of those products and the results and having the customer base, and to be able to say that we've done $5 billion in cumulative sales before we've even really hit our stride with the financial opportunity is insane. I know that a lot of you are looking at this for the first time, but I'm telling you, it's unheard of. And then the trends and the timing, both in the product, in the company, as well as the product arena that we play in. These are markets that are growing in the product, but it's also our company is at that sweet spot right now where we have earned the right to become that financial opportunity and speak into the money, which is the comp plan. And then you have a company that has put together what I have seen the most comprehensive training system that supports us, a $20 million website that supports us, the way that they come to your local areas and build you. And then you have people like Herb and Patty Cepeda and my husband and I and other leaders that are out there pouring into their teams because we understand the model of network marketing requires a network of leaders to lead it. I want to speak into the money for a second because right here, this slide, if nothing else you remember, when we talk about the time is now, it's about this slide, is it not? Corporate momentum. In 2012, when I became involved in this company, in its 10th year, mind you, in 2012 to 2016, we tripled our growth. We went from $334 million to $924 million. That is insane kind of growth. Any corporate American company out there would tell you that. But here's what's the exciting thing for me, because in NYKO, our COO, Travis Ogden, mentioned to us, I don't know what that is going on here, but that's pretty interesting.
It's Tammy.
Somebody's messing around with this, but go for it. He got up there at our stage and said in 2017 to 2020, maybe 2021, they're expecting us to double our sales. Think about what I just said. We're going to double our sales. That means we're going to go from 1 billion, which we're anticipating to do this year, to 2 billion in what, 3 years? So what does that mean, guys? We have about 500,000 consumers today. That means we have to bring on another 500,000 consumers. We have 238. 38 because we have one more that broke today.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, 238 millionaires in our company. And by the way, when I got involved in 2012, we were in the 80s. Okay, so that many more people have been brought on.
So when you think about that, just think about that for just a second. This is what we call our legacy club, and there's 5 levels of the legacy club, starting at from 1 million to 5 million, and then it goes from 5 million to 10 and so on.
Mm-hmm.
5 levels. We have people in every category. We have people that have earned $40 million in this company, if you can imagine. Personal income. These are people that are amazing, that give back. If we're going to be able to do what we did in 15 years over the next 3, and we're geared up for it on a corporate basis, what you have to understand is the people that are hearing about this for the first time or maybe haven't even heard about it yet are the next set of millionaires that are coming into this company, the next group that is going to be entering into our legacy club, but they're going to be able to do it that much faster than the first 15 years because now we're geared up for serious,
quarter of the time,
monumental growth.
That's right. Incredible, guys. And here's the best part about our company. I said it at the top of the call, and I'll say it again. We have no financial opportunity without these products. Let's just be clear about that, okay? So the reality is that we have a customer-first program. Everybody starts as a consumer, and then they evolve into what I refer to as a fan. And as a fan, these are people who are earning under $500 a month. They're casually sharing the products to offset the cost of their program because our company has the most amazing way, customer-first program, which is a friends and family program that allows people, by simply sharing it with 2 people, your products are more than half off. If you help those 2 people get their products half off, your products are free. When you duplicate this over and over and over again, it is exactly how we build our model. Think of a penny doubling every single day for 30 days. What happens? It starts off at 2 cents and 4 and 8 and 16. And by the 10th day of the month, it's $10. But the next 10-day progression, it's not $10, it's 10,000. And by the 30th day, it's 10 million. What happens if you remove the penny and you put in a person and you add a product that's emotional and consumable and has a result attached to it? And a company that knows how to take care of their customers first and foremost, and then knows how to take care of their business builders. Because guys, let's just be clear, 95% of our business are our consumers. Only 5% of the people choose to build a network of consumers who have a vested interest in being with these products for life. Look at these numbers. These are direct from the company. 83.5% are consumers. 11.5% are what I refer to as your fans. These are people casually sharing, offsetting the cost of their products, maybe supplementing their income at home. We love these people. They make up our company. Only 5% of the people are looking at this from a financial standpoint. But those 5% of the people are the people that are on this call tonight. These are the people that are looking for the opportunity for them to build something once and get paid for the rest of your life. Because as people continue to consume, because the products are emotional and have a result attached to it, and they're highly consumable, you start to continually build that consumption base. And so now you have 10 customers, then you have 20, then you have 40, but now you have maybe 10 people who have 10 customers and 20 and 40. Do you start to see the model starting to build? We all have small businesses, but collectively we have a large business. And so I started this company for myself in 2012. Herb and Patty Cepeda enrolled me into the company. And within this 5.5-year period of time, there's currently 75,000 people on my team. I don't know those people. I don't know the vast majority of those people. I know my customers, and I know my 5%ers who have customers. And we together, we make up this massive group in all 13 countries, soon to be 15, with the expansion into the Netherlands and Ireland. Guys, when we're all said and done, we're going to be in over 80 countries, and we're currently only in 13.
That number is just huge.
It is. And one more thing I want to point out is this big number staring at you, 87.5% reorder rate. I owned a cosmetic company before. I understand the opportunity of having a product, you buy it wholesale and you sell it over and over and over again, okay? And you want to build a consumer base. But I'm going to tell you right now, that number is unheard of. And we actually, within our 5% business builders and our fans and our customers, if we can show people how to offset the cost of their product to where it's free, it jumps to a 95% retention rate, which is just off the charts. Guys, I want to get Herb and Patty on, so I just want to say this very briefly here. Network marketing has come of age. I'm telling you this because I've lived it. We've lived it.
It's gone from a cottage industry to a profession just over the last few years. More and more people are recognizing it. It's been written up in Forbes and Fortune magazine as an alternative to a retirement plan. It does work. It's proven. The acid test has been done.
That's right. And all the things that didn't work, Jim and Kathy Coover, our co-founders, they had the wherewithal and the knowledge to understand that you needed to look at what didn't work and figure out what did. We kept what worked, and what worked was a product that's emotional and consumable and result-oriented. What worked is word of mouth. Why? Because it's the most credible and cost-effective way of bringing a product to market. Those are the things that worked. What didn't work was the way they made it difficult to get paid. Everybody needs to make money. But here is the game changer. Because they introduced the cell phone, because we have mobile technology, because we have Facebook, and we have the ability to connect to people worldwide, this has become a game changer because all we do here is share information, and the ability to connect to people worldwide seamlessly without having to have the burden of the financial model that Mari was talking about in the beginning of owning your own products, letting the company take that burden for us, and all we have to do is share it, and they pay us to do so. That is what makes this exciting. And you add the fact that we have a worldwide paradigm shift taking place towards prevention, you've got yourself a game changer and a perfect storm for opportunity. And I'm going to leave it with this part and bring on Patty and Herb right now. But guys, right now what we have is what's called a market disruptor. And you can see how Apple disrupted the way in which we communicate, right? And you can see how Amazon disrupted the way in which we shop. And you can also even see how Google disrupted the way in which we gain information. Well, we are here to tell you tonight that Isagenix is disrupting the way in which we create an income. It's simply been able to do a better way. And guys, now I have the privilege of bringing Patty and Herb on because these guys have done it. They were the 2015 couple of the year, and they have been the #1 income earners year in and year out since I've been involved with this company. These guys have got it right, and they're exciting to be able to share with us this evening. Guys, are you with us?
We are. How about that big grin I have in that picture?
Big. That's a big grin. That's a big grin.
That's awesome. Hey, do we want to do a highlight video? Do you want to stop sharing your screen and do a highlight? Maybe it'd be easier for people to see us since we're going to do a fireside.
Yes, thank you. That's a really great idea.
I thought so. Fabulous. So, we are excited to be here, and I know that one of the key things that Herbie and I are very excited about is that it's all about other people and helping others. So one of the key things that's been going on and one of the key coin phrases that we use is, who can I help today? And we see this as a point in time when we're actually approaching, the companies that all go through the different stages of growth, and they hit a point called critical mass, which is simply defined as when a company amasses enough product recognition, market recognition to burst these companies onto the scene nationally. They become market driven. I'm feeling this, I've been feeling this very strongly, That's where we are. We're going from where the company was once obscure or unknown, where people would ask, ICE, what? Or I have to check with my doctor or what have you, to the credibility in the products it's out there now. People are starting to realize and start to look for it. So it's going from unknown to obscure to popular, where I don't want to try it, to they're looking for it. So right now it's that growth is going to start to go nuts over the next couple of years, where we double. And I know that corporates are, Jim Cooper's goals, who's is to be bigger than Johnson & Johnson. So I get excited about where we are right now, because there's so many more people, as you were just alluding to, Susan, that are going to be tremendously successful here. But I love the fact that there's so many people, making just an extra couple $100 a month, or a couple extra $100 a week. Some people get involved. They want their health to be transformed, and they're actually getting their program paid for. So they're actually getting free nutrition, right? But then sometimes people actually reevaluate and start to adjust their goals. And I always think of Jessica, I saw her on here. She's our neighbor. She wasn't going to tell anybody about this. She didn't even think she could do it. And she got on the program, and, she had incredible results. She told me she wasn't going to tell anybody about it. I said, good, don't tell anybody. You don't have to tell anybody. And if you're just here and you're interested in the product and the program and getting healthier and feeling better and better energy and losing body fat, maintaining lean tissue, if that's your goal, you don't have to tell anybody. It's hard to keep your mouth quiet, though, and we've been in the industry now for 30 years. We have never seen true networking where literally we can't keep our mouth quiet, and that's what happened to Jessica. In a short amount of time, she started to, kind of post her results on her social media platforms, and had made over $1 million in 2.5 years. She wasn't going to tell anybody about this, and is currently a 7-figure a year income earner, making over $1 million a year.
We're really proud of her. You guys did a great job, and it's interesting because as I listen to from your perspective, which is a lot like our perspective, you've got the same, experience in the industry. What I tend to think about is, the whole evolution of this whole networking and word of mouth. It has evolved, and there's so many things that are happening right now that, quite frankly, they're hard to explain in a Zoom presentation or a conference call. Like, even the fact that we're on a conference call with hundreds of people on the line right now that, are listening, where we couldn't do that several years ago. And then you have the world has become a much smaller place because of how rapid information can be exchanged. And you hit upon it a little while ago in that, we're probably going to end up being in a good 50 to 80 countries when this is all said and done. And right now we're in 14? So we're excited about it. And it's much more than just making money. It's about freedom, guys. This is about freedom. 10 years ago, before we got our hands on the isogenics, life was not very good. I mean, financially, it was terrible. It was really bad. And we couldn't figure our way out of it. We looked at traditional means. We looked at all the things that people look at, and but what kept burning inside of us was the fact that when we were in our mid-20s, we were witnessing people making $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. And we were like, that possibility definitely exists. And so it led us to stay on track to continue what this industry is all about. And
I'm going, what the hell did I...
Once we got started with isogenics, guys, it was all out, game on. We knew where the company was going from a very early point. Today, it's all out, game on again, because the foundation's already been set. The track record of the company over the last 15 years, so it's validated the legitimacy not only of our industry, but of our company, our compensation plan, and our product line. And when you start to get those three things coming together, you're going to watch the creation of what we call a legacy networking company. I'm getting excited, so I'm going to stand up. I'm going to talk about legacy networking company thing, because you've heard of these companies, the Amways, the Avons, the Herbalifes. And although you may laugh at those names, those companies do multiple billions. I'm talking 10, $100 billion. It's ridiculous. These 3 or 4 companies, they're all about 60 years old. Heck, Avon is about 104 years old. And we laugh at them, but last year they did some $6 billion of global sales. So they're a huge, huge company. Well, we have the earmarks of what can be possibly one of the top 5 networking companies on the face of the planet, and very few people domestically and certainly internationally have heard about it. So here's the question. What if you don't take advantage of this? If not this, then what? If not now, then when? When are you going to make the change in your life? Because I'll tell you something, every day that goes by, we don't get it back. Life's short. So if you want to have a lifestyle of abundance, being able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, with who you want to do it with, this decision is important. And we take it very seriously. We're not hyping this out. You know, there's a lot of people who create hype about their opportunities. I see it more and more every single day. And, you know, they're getting people in based off of hype. Well, hype only lasts so long before educated people become educated. The education process has occurred already. Our company is about to explode. I suggest you all go out there and tell everybody about it. In fact, if you're new tonight listening to the call, and if you set up your membership tonight, you're going to get a free enrollment. The enrollment code is GOAL, G-O-A-L, G-O-A-L. So if you have any family members, friends that were looking to get involved, you can certainly save them $40 by enrolling them this evening and using that enrollment code. It will expire at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time this evening. So Susan and Murray, you know, we could fireside chat all night long because we've got stories. I mean, we go way back. We witnessed when other people who are our mentors in the industry were making that $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $150,000 a month. And, you know, I don't know if we ever thought we would exceed their income. I really don't know if we ever thought.
Aren't they calling you now, Herbie? Aren't they calling you now, complimenting you?
Yes, we received a phone call 2 days ago. Yeah, it was a nice phone call. We had a nice chat, and you know, in all humility, I told this person that it was because of people like him who got us focused on what the possibilities were. And so, Susan and Murray, you might be the very people that caused some of the people on the line this evening listening to get focused on what the possibilities may be for them in the future, and they can go on to far out earn you and far out earn Herb and Patty Cepeda. That's exciting.
And you know what? One of the key, it's so exciting, and that's what we want is the more people that you can help become successful, the more successful you become. And one of the key things I always like to point out too is, look, we have a product line. People are texting, are you going to talk more about the products? There's so many places you can go to learn about the products. We actually, it's amazing how people look different within days. They feel different within days. And it's not even isogenics. If you want to look and see who might be unmuted, because I gave you the ability to do that.
Muting everybody, but.
Yeah, or if you guys, if you can mute your lines, that would be great. We can't do it now because I gave her the.
No, keep talking.
No, I've muted everybody. I don't know who's showing up.
You know, it's weird. Sometimes the system allows people to come on, unmute. It's weird, even though you put the button. But
technology.
I'm so good at it.
Technology. Imagine how long it took for us to get this information out to people back when we started. Holy cow. I mean,
it was brutal.
Right? I mean, we had a fax machine. I mean, now, look, we're carrying these around. I can text in all this information to people. It's so simple, and there's no boundaries worldwide. So guys, you're paid in the currency of the country that you're in. We could have people on right now from England and all over the world listening to this overview. And guess what? I feel like we're together in each other's living room. We're allowed. I'm laughing because it's great to see Susan and Murray, who we go way back. And honestly, when this company came along, I personally had lost hope I would ever see another company that I would put my name to, because nothing that and we were being prospected and propositioned into everything, because when we walked away from the first company where we met, The reason I walked away, it's funny, there's a hair care company out there using this comp plan that just started up, and they're using this antique compensation plan. It's so difficult to duplicate that where we were making money, no one else was. And furthermore, we've got the credibility of the products, because you know what happens? People send us products to try now. So we've seen things people are offering to fly us all around the country, left and right, to look at this and look at that. So we developed the criteria. When this one came along, it ranked a 10 in each and every area. I was flipping out. I said, no way. And I really wanted to coach. I wanted to punch a hole in this. And because I found out about it through a coaching client, because we had gone to coaching people, because we could not find a company we put our name to. And so I wanted to look and find a reason not to do this. It looked like a diet because people were dropping so many pounds and inches, and I don't believe in that. So I thought that was going to be my ticket out. But the more I learned, it's the opposite of a diet. It's actually giving your body more nutrition than it's used to, and it's not isogenics. It's the miracle here. This program is placing our bodies into an environment for our bodies to become the miracle that they are. And that's the reason. It's helping alkalize, it's live nutrition, it's cleansing cellularly. It's amazing. It's not about movement things. I mean, pooping all day. A lot of people hear cleanse and they think that I know he did. But the truth is people look different within days. They feel different within days. They can't keep their mouth shut, which is what we're paid for. Instead of traditional marketing that takes and puts millions of dollars into advertising, we have zero budget there. We're putting that money into the distribution force. So we're being paid for that word of mouth, which is single-handedly the most powerful form of marketing that there is.
Let me speak a little bit about the products, because I just got a text message saying, are you going to talk more about the products? And the answer is, all you need to know is that there are high-end nutritional products that have all of the good and none of the bad. That's really all you need to know. I mean, if you want to go investigate it, there are websites you can go to and look up product ingredient and all that stuff. But what it really boils down to, it boils down to taste. Taste is important. If you're going to build a long-term sustaining business, you might want to have products that taste good so people can like them and reorder them. Secondly, do they work? And are they safe for you? And what we found is that everybody gets a result. I would say 99.9999% of the people that tried it got a positive result using it. And that's why 87% of the orders every single month come from wholesale consumers. And that's the power of our company.
And as we start doing more, like right now, I know the time is now. You know the time is now. It's going to explode. Thousands of these types of companies come along every year and fail. So you have to really know what you're looking for. And as I was alluding to before, people send us stuff. Like I know there's a company out there now with some oil stuff. And it's like such a joke because it's, first of all, it doesn't work. It's low quality. There's no it's like we have the credibility. We've got the track record. Another company I was alluding to before with a hair care, I'm telling you, so people send us stuff to try. And it's like, oh my gosh, it felt good at first. Now I was in the hair salon today and I'm like, I feel like my hair is thinner.
And can I just say, you sent me product and I didn't even try it. I'm so mad at myself, but I have to own that, guys. My backstory, just very briefly, is Kathy Coover, the owner of the company, called me in 2002 when they were starting this company, and I said no. And you know why I said no? Because I wasn't open to it. And see, that's the whole thing, guys. We're talking to business people on this call tonight. This call, the invite to this call, were to people to learn about the network marketing industry, okay? We understand that this is an evolution of knowledge that you have to learn. We will give you product knowledge. Believe me, we have product knowledge, and we love these products. But the purpose of the reason why I am back building this business today is not because I fell in love with these products. I would have been a consumer for the rest of my life on these products. But because I built a network before and with Patty and Herb in a different company, that the compensation plan was so brutal that I left this industry for 15 years. So when Kathy Coover called me, or when you sent me the product, I didn't even try it. I gave it away. I mean, that's on me. I wasn't.
You know what, Susan, I just have to say as a consolation, the truth is back then it was very difficult. Those people and even ourselves who ran ahead of you to run the track and make it as smooth as it is today.
I know this.
Everything. The time is now, so don't even feel like that.
I wanted to say that because I came in the 10th year and saw this company go through what I call our product bubble. We went through that vertical growth, and that was us earning the right to talk about the financial opportunity now, because the next bubble that we're about to pop here is the financial opportunity one. And that's the one they're talking about, going from 1 to 2 billion. And that's the one that I happen to be more comfortable talking about. Even though I love these products, they have dramatically changed the quality of my life. I used to live at a 2 and I live at a 10 today. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, as a business person, I own multiple businesses. My husband has owned multiple businesses. As a business person, to put my time and effort and energy, the reason why I'm back is for one reason and one reason only. Building a network of consumers worldwide is because this company got the financial model right. That's why.
Here come the men, Herb.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear, because for years, I've expressed this to Patty for years, like, where are the men who see these opportunities?
I've been in his ear.
Come in and they see the opportunities, and this is big business. I mean, big business. And what most men are participating in, this is bigger business than that. And it offers freedom. It offers a lifestyle that it's hard to. Remember years ago when Richard Cole used to say, I wish I could give you a pill that you can drink with a glass of water, that you can take it and know everything I know and feel and understand and our experience about this. That's how we, now we know what he meant. We wish there were a magic pill we can just give to people that they can take and understand this all, because it's exciting and it's good people and it's good ownership. Jim and Kathy are wonderful people, surrounding themselves with top-notch people like a Travis Ogden, the president of our company, who's a top-notch individual. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And then you see these examples of people like yourself, like Jessica Johnson, like Audrey Moss,
Audrey McLeod now.
Audrey McLeod. I mean, the list goes on and on of people whose lives have been changed.
Our children, my daughter, your daughter, your daughter.
I'm excited about that.
I love that story. Susan, share the school she went to, because you know what? People were taught in this country to get a good job with a good company after you go to college. And I'm all about it. I have a master's and we have honorary doctorate. We're all about education. We're okay with that. But the truth is, a lot of these people are graduating and they're getting jobs after they've gone in debt by a couple $100,000, and they're getting jobs for $20,000, $30,000 if they can find one. Why don't you share about where your daughter graduated from?
So when I was first introduced to this company in 2012, she was just starting her first year in college, and she went to Babson College right here in Boston. And Babson College is the #1 school in the world for entrepreneurship. And she went there for that purpose. And both her parents were entrepreneurs. We own multiple businesses. She always loved the idea of the network marketing industry, because she saw the pictures when we were younger and I wore gowns and all the fun times and the trips we took. And so I'm like, well, we did do some work, Chelsea. And so she was interested. She flew out with me and she saw this. And the #1 thing they said at that school is plan your work and work your plan, which is what we talk about in network marketing. My daughter today has been out of school for 2 years. 2 years. And she has secured herself a 6-figure residual income and is currently the #4 income earner under the age of 25 in this company.
Go Chelsea.
And she's mad because she's not farther ahead.
Why not #1?
But she has people like Audrey Moss to be able to look up to, and who has set such a beautiful example. And I love her story starting out in your life as your nanny.
Yeah, as our nanny at 19, wasn't interested, got out of here after she graduated from ministry school. Her parents said she put on weight. She didn't want to do what we did. She went to Weight Watchers, took some weight off, put it all back on, then called. Got on the program, and I'll tell you what, she lost about 35 pounds in about 6 weeks, five weeks, I think. And she's like, man, I want to do what you do. We're taking her on cruises and all these places as a nanny. And she started to realize, man, I don't want to do anything but what you're doing. And today she met her husband. They both love the Lord. They met in the business, and they'll take home over $300,000 this year. That's 26. At 26.
Here's what's really exciting versus what we've been through the first time around 30 years ago. It's duplicating. I mean, I can think of people like Carol Tonkin. I can think of people like Natalie Jill. I can think of you guys. I can think of Jessica Johnson. I can think of Laura
Carol Elizabeth.
Hoffman. I can think of Alex Hoffman.
Yeah.
All these people have made $1 million with Isogenics. So it's not like it's not duplicating. The duplication process is in place. And there are many, many more. I just can't recall the names right now. But we came into this, when we moved to the Carolinas, we finally made a formal dedication of our business, but we had to put a goal on it so we knew how hard to work and for how long. And our goal has always been to create 50 millionaire families on our team.
It'll be a lot more than that, though. I see it's huge.
Like currently, there's 7 right now on my own. So that stems from your team on just this one little small leg of your big legs.
Yeah, and there's more. So that's the exciting thing, is the whole idea of focusing on others. So if you know what, just like you and I had a great discussion, we were on a training call. We do 5 days a week training calls that support you, that help you get started. You don't have to know how to do this, but you know what? It is key to come involved and get involved with something like this and follow the proven tracks of people who know what they're talking about, people who've done it before. Because the truth is, there's a lot of people out there that have written books about this, but they haven't done it. There's a lot of people that are training in this, and they've not done it. But if you can come upon and work with people who've really done it and are still getting their hands dirty and doing it, because the truth is we could retire, but I love what we do. I love the fact that it's duplicating. I absolutely, and I kind of a little bit shared your story, my story with you today, Susan. I was really going to throw in the towel 2.5 years in, but I feel the call of God on my life about what we're doing. So we're not going anywhere. We're here for the long haul, and we absolutely love it. So all you have to do is decide. We have free enrollment tonight, so you can get that. What was the code? Say it again.
Goal.
There it is. And your goal has to be to get your product package in before tonight. And your person who invited you tonight can actually help you do that. That's the goal. And you'll actually get free enrollment. So it's a way that it works is like a $39 annual membership fee, like you would pay at Costco's or Sam's Club or BJ's. You pay a membership to buy at wholesale. That's what you're doing here. Then you're getting your first start package at wholesale. And that idea of that package is for you to use. See a transition in your body. Watch how you feel. Watch how phenomenal it tastes. And then let's get busy. It's that simple.
You know, what's interesting is that before we come to a close, there's so much that we can talk about. And, you know, for that reason, I know Patty and I have committed to going on the road, and we're going to be visiting some cities near you. And there's going to be a lot of information that could be given to all of you who are on this call tonight. And so look out for that. But I'll tell you this. Remember, this is word of mouth. It is not multi-level marketing. There are no levels and generations in our compensation plan. So it's not a stair-step breakaway, a coded bonus, a unilevel, or matrix. It's none of that. We've got a team that just runs and runs, and you collect all the volume no matter who puts them on there. And it stays there until you use it. And so there's a big difference. And that's part of that evolution that has taken place over the course of the last 30, 40 years. You know, these compensation plans, unfortunately, a lot of companies are trapped in the compensation plans that they've created or instituted in their beginnings. We just happen to be with a company with some people who did their homework 15 years ago and came up with this marvelous idea of instituting word of mouth and removing all the levels and generations and qualifications.
Simply pay you.
Yeah.
They simply pay you. That's it. No more jumping through hoops and trying to figure out who's doing what, where, and when. You just have to share.
Exactly. And you know what? For the sake of time, I don't want to go on and on and on and belabor this. I want you guys to be able to get your enrollments in. It is a kind of, if you understand it, it does behoove you to open your account sooner than later when you're looking at the business end. And you may not be looking at the business end right now, and that's totally fine. But even so, you'll thank me later if you get yourself busy. Open your account. It's very simple to open your account and get yourself one of the product packages that we recommend. It'll get you
price we pay.
so simple, and you'll plug into the training calls, and you'll plug into all the support that you want, and then the rest is history. Mm-hmm. We're here to help you every step of the way. So all I would say is you have nothing to lose. really
That's
fat, really fat off your body. And if you don't, it's amazing.
Except your weight.
Really true. You have nothing to lose because it's money back guarantee. And if you don't have any fat, you think you don't have any fat. Well, then look at
Gain
this
your energy.
visceral fat. You look at the studies about visceral fat, and you'll realize that even 4% athletes going in the MRI machine have halos around their internal organs, and that's called visceral fat. And the doctor, Paul Sierra at Skidmore College, said he didn't think this was going to have any effect on that when he went into this bad boy. And he was so fired up with the results that it actually has such an incredible effect on pulling that out because it's related to toxins. One more thing Paul said, and I'll just repeat it because it's so powerful. He said that most companies, because we asked for more studies to be done, most companies will sign something called a last right of refusal. And what he found, and that's an obvious what that means, is that the end results of the studies that they're putting out don't produce what they want to hear or have out there because it goes to every college in the country. They have a last right of refusal. He said, Isogenics didn't even sign that because we know what we have. Guys, we've got something that there's nothing out there that's better than what this company, efficacious-wise, has put together. And I challenge people, if you find something better, you tell me, Patty@IBelieveYouCan.com, you just tell me an email, and I'll stop saying that. But I've said that for 10 years. We've been doing this, and I'll tell you, there's nobody that has come back and said, stop saying that because. Nobody. It's amazing.
I'll let you close it out, Herb.
Me? Well, no, I mean, we've said a lot.
Just say goodbye. No.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to do this again and probably more frequently and more often because the demand and the time is here. We're getting too many people with questions about what this business is all about, what the opportunity is all about, how can they do it, can they hear, how can they introduce other people? And this is certainly a great platform to do that. I know we're going down to Miami soon, Texas,
Boston.
Boston.
You haven't been here in the 5 years, guys.
Yeah, it's got to be before the snow flies, I'll tell you that.
New York, and hopefully,
we just got back in from New York.
Hopefully St. Louis and Chicago. So that's one of the places that are on the agenda right now.
Well, I'll be with you guys next month for your Express University.
Yes, you know what?
Thank you for all you've done for this team. Thank you guys for all you've
You're
done.
welcome. Thank you guys are amazing. Thank you.
That's going to be fun.
And I would just say to everybody listening, we're going to wrap it up, but what if? What if everything that we're saying here tonight is true? You owe it to yourself to research it more, to ask the questions you need to get answers to. We're here to answer them.
Join us, guys. Let's do it.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.
You can
Bye-bye.
All righty.
How to end this call would be great.
There should be a button on it that says end.